Seriously, we're about to face off against the New York Knicks. Let's get this win.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello and thanks for joining us on Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Ernie Johnson here alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith as we get ready for this very special day.
Hope you guys have a great day.
Tonight we'll see the Oklahoma City Thunder playing against the Knicks in New York. Looking at New York, they want to turn it around after the loss to Washington. A crushing defeat in that one. Still with a sour taste in their mouths, they're looking to play much better.
Here we go. Oh, this is in New York. I didn't even notice what we were playing.
Welcome to the NBA, and with pregame routine.
9 and 3.
Paul George is well. You love
Let's
that
get this game going.
Thank you. Well, we're around the halfway point now, Doris. Some clubs are obviously in a rebuild mode, but it can be hard for many team owners.
Here we go from Madison Square Garden.
Well, when you've been the guy to make that
Here on Martin Luther King Day.
There can be a little bit of impatience.
In NBA 2K 18 or 19, not in real life. It's not January here. It's only November. Porzingis, no.
Maybe they can sort of embrace the rebuild and celebrate the step-by-step progress.
Buckets hits a 3 to open the game. Madison Square Garden, where legends are made.
And it's George in at the small forward position. And so it's the Thunder getting on the board first.
Stolen there.
And here we go. Fast break, and AI's got it. Tries it from 19. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Here's Knox. Off the mark, and a bad shot there. And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. George, that's it.
Paul George knocks it down.
Oh, Kevin, how about the dribble drive ability of Paul George? The quick handles for a guy his size.
Knox, the pass to Porzingis. And
nice block.
Sends it back. Shoots the 3.
Buckets. Hits another 3.
Basket on the assist by George.
Now the Thunder up to 8-0 start.
Well, given how AI first got his chance at the NBA and how much drama was involved, it's amazing to see just how many friendly relationships AI has around the league.
And Greg, you know, this is something you've mentioned before. The NBA is a brotherhood. Sometimes players might get into it, but at the end of the day, there is a general sense of community between everyone involved with the league. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Here's Ntilikina. That one doesn't drop. And the Thunder going the other way now.
And just the kind of start you're hoping to avoid. 1 for 5 from the field here early on.
In the corner, George with it. AI right side. From 11 feet away.
Buckets knocks it down.
Jumper for 2. Buckets got 8 points.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
Here's Cantor. Now the pass to Ntilikina. Here's Baker. Clock at 6. The 9-foot shot. And the shot goes in.
Baker knocks it down.
First quarter of play. We're about 3 minutes in. AI outside. Feeds to Adams.
Adams, don't know where he was trying to shoot that shot.
We've got a moment to see the league leaders in steals. Take a look at buckets. Always dangerous on the court. He leads the league.
Defensively, his intensity just never drops. You match that up with his incredible timing, and you can see why he's atop the list.
Ntilikina looking inside. Porzingis. Porzingis can't hit.
Solid defense from Grant.
Buckets the other way.
Into his head
So
and
waits.
his release when he really doesn't have to.
Releases.
Bucket shoots and hits.
Oklahoma City. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter.
Buckets got 10.
Here's Ntilikina. He's coming off a 10-point game against Washington. Porzingis can't hit.
This has been absolutely brutal. Missed every shot this
Buckets hits a three.
head up and
13 for Buckets. He's got 13 to 15
you couldn't ask
for the OKC Thunder.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. Defeated by the Wizards in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
Yeah, we saw no matter what they tried offensively, the opponent just had the answer.
Well, that was an absolute beatdown, and you hope that they learn and move on from it.
The Oklahoma City Thunder with one of the more rabid fan bases, Doris, in the NBA.
Well, 7 straight seasons of
Baker
sellouts.
lays
There's
it in.
something about the love affair you find in these small market one sport towns. This is an organization that has the complete and full support of their community.
And they're on the break. Here's Baker over AI. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
All the officials are all over that.
The Knicks shooting their first free throws of the game. So he gets them both. Doris, you were the first female commentator to ever call a Knicks game on...
Buckets will throw it down.
And you remember that first broadcast very well.
I sure do, Kevin. It was against the Bucks. I filled in for the great Clyde Frazier, and the Knicks had just made it to the finals the year before. So it was exciting on a number of levels.
Yep, it counts.
Ntilikina knocks it down.
Over time, Ntilikina wants to keep improving in the paint.
AI outside. Adams in the corner. Outside, George.
Buckets again to the basket.
On the assist by George. And that's now
17 for Buckets. 17 of the 19.
Here's Ntilikina. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Porzingis kicks to Ntilikina.
Ntilikina, no.
Thunder pull it in. Their last encounter was in Oklahoma City.
A huge margin of victory for them when these two teams squared off last, and they got scoring from up and down their lineup.
Yeah, I think when your bench puts up that kind of productivity, it makes your offense so much more difficult to defend. It's a key element in their last win.
4 on the
Westbrook, no.
Westbrook can't get it to go.
Maybe not that time, but he'll hit more than his share if he's left open.
And it's Buckets with the foul.
Bad foul by me. Whatever. Tie games, Buckets comes back in.
Quarter number 2.
Ooh, could have shot that to be honest.
And it's
Oh my God, so mad at myself. I should have shot that and I got a turnover.
Porzingis
I gotta be some more.
Then it's Moutier, and it's Knox in at the 3 slot. That's the 5 for New York right now.
Can't be turned. Oh my God. Give me a second, guys. Hey, Leo. Hey, buddy, get back in there.
To knock down the shot.
New York has the lead now. I'm mad at myself. It's already my 3rd turnover, too. I can't be turning over the ball.
An update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Buckets in that last game against the 76ers was superb. He finished with 48
Buckets hits again.
Usual way. An impressive barrage of 3-pointers. A very solid stat line for him. And what
19 for Buckets in the opening half.
He wants to keep the momentum going, Kevin.
Thanks, David. It was a performance that not many players are capable of.
I know I won't forget it for a while.
Porzingis.
I have to think he'll keep it rolling here tonight. When you're that hot, it takes a while to cool down.
I think that's the kind of game that carries over, and he'll have every chance to do it because I've got to believe he's their #1 option.
Here's Grant, following the basket by Kristaps Porzingis. Grant kicks to AI.
Buckets hits again.
City.
And he has his fingerprints all over this first half. He is just shooting it so efficiently.
Unloads from 13. The rebound by Grant. Grant's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. AI dishes to Grant. Out to AI. 5 to shoot. Over Vonleh. No good from Grant. And so it's Moutier with it. He'll bring it up for New York. Passes to Vonleh. Shoots over Grant.
Vonleh knocks it down.
Vonleh's got the lead up to 3 now for the Knicks. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. Abrines the pass to Buckets. Adams with it. Out guarded by Porzingis. AI kicks to Abrines. Back to AI. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot.
Hey, Abrines hits a 3.
You know, I think
Great
the
ball.
defense is thinking, I don't have to guard him on the line, but that's just a matter of whether he could knock it down, and he does.
Now here's Moutier. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. To the middle. Shoots. Knocks the pass to Baker. And that one clearly
Foul.
gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. You know, everyone on the floor needs some level of playmaking skill, Doris. Who are your picks for bigs who can really share the ball? Good passers among the big men.
Yeah, one of my favorite players in the NBA to watch is Nikola Jokic, because his vision, his desire to share the basketball, his ability to see not one action ahead, but sometimes 2 actions ahead, is really remarkable for a man of his size. You look at somebody like Draymond Green, who is absolutely critical to the success of the Golden State.
Again, there is
Offensive end of the floor. He can take it out
Abrines.
the window. He can dribble it in transition and in full speed make decisions going second by second that are really, really important.
There's the rookie Knox. Knox steps back, shoots, cannot hit.
Thunder have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second quarter. Launches
Buckets again.
another 3.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Here's Ntilikina. He's covered by Westbrook. Pass to Knox.
24 for buckets tonight.
Outside, Porzingis. Fires from deep.
There's Porzingis, cannot answer.
Thunder with the rebound. Grant's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Abrines. He's got 6. AI outside. From deep.
Abrines again. Not that time. Well, there's Adams who will lay it in.
Well, simply stated, Steven Adams is a force to be reckoned with rebounding the basketball.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
The wide open look here.
There's Porzingis
Good on the 3-point shot.
for 3.
Porzingis has got 5 points in the quarter.
Oh, nice screen. Really a poor defensive reaction, and the obvious result.
You simply can't give him that. You have to fight through the screen and at least get a hand in the face of the shooter.
Now, here's Grant. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Adams in the corner. Abrines kicks to AI. Back to Abrines from outside the arc.
Abrines for 3.
Now he's shot 6 and made 3 of them.
And things starting to click from three-point land. Nothing in the first quarter, but he's hit 3 triples here in the second.
Ntilikina passes to Porzingis. Here's Knox. 11 points for him in that last game against the Wizards in Washington. Here's Ntilikina. He's covered by Westbrook. Ntilikina gets the bucket. was the Oklahoma City Thunder winning their last game against the 76ers.
And when you shoot a high percentage from distance, that gives you momentum and really keeps the opponent on the ropes.
The other thing it does, Greg, it opens up the floor, right? The other team had zero answer for their outside shooting in that one.
Here's Abrinas. 9 points in the game so far. Vonleh with the rebound. Here's Knox. Pass to Baker. No good. Shot missing. Adams, some nice D. Oklahoma City leading by 4.
Buckets back to
Adams.
Adams. The buckets back to Abrinas. Abrinas to Westbrook.
The pass to Grant. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Here's Buckets.
Buckets to the basket. Timeout, New York.
Buckets got 26.
Well, this
Buckets has not been able to be stopped tonight.
Keep it up. Their lead will be safe.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games.
So that'll be it.
Buckets will go to bed for halftime.
In this one, Thunder lead by 2. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. Thanks for joining us again, folks. 2K Sports broadcasting here on MLK Day, bringing you the NBA. And you know, Buckets has really been making it happen, guys.
And through the first 2 quarters, he was dynamite from beyond.
Now, I think, Greg, the key was the team was looking for him, right? They knew they had a hot hand, and they just...
Adams will lay it in on the assist from Buckets.
Oklahoma City right now. The forwards, George and Grant. Russell Westbrook out there with Buckets. And it's Adams in at the 5, roaming the paint. Porzingis passes to Knox. Back to Porzingis. He feeds it to Cantor. The rebound by Steven Adams.
The only way he doesn't finish is if the defense gets in his face. Nice job. If ever there was a market that is aching for a competitive team, it is New York. The last time the Knicks saw the playoffs, 2013. Boy, does that feel like an eternity ago.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, the Knicks hope to build a contender around their star player, Kristaps Porzingis. He said, playoff experience would be huge at this point in my career. The sooner, the better. That's the only thing I'm focused on. What I need to do on the court to play better, make my team win. Kevin will see if they can get there together.
Thanks, D.A. Back to AI. In the corner, George with it. Launches it. The rebound by Baker.
Buckets finally misses.
Can't think of back to the Knicks' last postseason appearance. They had some hard-nosed guys on that team.
And they sure did. Guys like Tyson Chandler, Kenyon Martin, Jason Kidd. Listen, we know New York's a tough town. Their fans appreciate rooting for those gritty-type players. But in the end, at this point,
New York's coming back tight.
Will make them happy.
And sometimes it seems the age of interior scoring big men has come and gone. Enes Kanter, one of the rare big men who can dominate a game offensively in the paint. Great hands and the strength to create.
Paul George a 3.
Oh. Thunder with another miss. New York's gone 5 of 9 when they put up a 3-point shot tonight. Passes it to Baker.
Baker to Cantor. Ntilikina.
Back to Cantor.
Canner.
Pass to Ntilikina. Over Westbrook.
Ntilikina knocks it down. And New York retakes the lead.
You talk about Kanter's inside game, but he's got a solid jump shot.
It looks very comfortable all the way out to 20 feet. I think before long we may see him add a three-point shot to his repertoire.
Buckets again.
AI with the basket on the assist by Grant. Buckets got
28 for Buckets.
For Oklahoma City. For New York, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Ntilikina passes to Baker. Here's Ntilikina. He's guarded by AI. Here's Ntilikina. 8 points for him.
Ntilikina now.
By Oklahoma City. Grant's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Adams. He kicks to Westbrook. The dish now to AI. Pass to Adams. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Ball's knocked loose. Here's Ntilikina. Makes it off the glass. Baker's got 13.
An active passer with good awareness. When Ntilikina spots the open teammate, he gets it to him.
It's George on the way.
George knocks it down.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Porzingis passes to Knox. High post shot.
Knox.
The offensive rebound. Here's Baker.
Baker.
Offline from the top of the key.
They're not going to get away with many mistakes like that on the defensive end. You got to get out on him right there.
Here's Knox. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And Adams sends it back.
And the defense of Steven Adams is so important to this team. They depend on him to be a rim protector now.
Thunder trailing by 3. Westbrook kicks to AI. Back to Westbrook. Here's Adams.
Adams. And a foul.
Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. That's on Enes Kanter.
One second, guys. Mom, can you give me some food? No. Buckets because of the foul 2 seconds. Buckets at the buzzer. Knocks out 3.
From 3-point land. Buckets got 5 points in the quarter. And as we conclude the third quarter, what a game. Neither team getting ground. New York ahead. They're up by 2. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the fourth quarter.
This could be a little. So with me on the game. He's trying to eat. Jay picked some food.
Let's take a listen to a recent huddle from Coach Billy Donovan.
Hold your ground. Don't let him back your way in.
Look, if it wasn't for the 5 turnovers, we'd be having ourselves a superb game.
Here at 2K Sports. We've got Ntilikina. Knox out there with Hazonia. And there's Porzingis. And it's Baker in at the 2 spot. That's the 5 for New York right now. Porzingis kicks to Baker. 5 on the clock. That one doesn't drop. Now Oklahoma City takes it the other way. The pass to Robertson to tie it up. And Oklahoma City again with the bucket.
And that's confidence from Andre Robertson. That's how he'll take his shooting to the next level.
Here's Ntilikina. He's guarded by Schroeder. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Here's Buckets.
Buckets. Finally misses a 3. Back out though. Buckets. Nice move. Just can't
A
finish.
shot that would have put them on top. So far, we've seen them be a bit careless with the ball.
Simply put, out of control is how they played thus far. They're going to have to reel it in and show some more discipline.
And it's out of bounds. They say last touch by Adams. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Ntilikina kicks to Porzingis. And that one, good. And the Knicks lead by 2.
And this is why people believe Porzingis is a long-term star in the NBA. He can carry a team for long stretches.
Here's
Buckets to the basket.
Throws it down.
And guys, that's one of the more basic plays in anybody's playbook, but not to mention also truly one of the best.
And Greg, the pick frees him up, and the dunk caps it off.
Yeah, run your offense with that kind of precision. Not much anyone can do to stop it.
Here's Ntilikina. He's guarded by Schroeder. 6 to shoot. Baker passes to Knox. He gets that one.
How about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Bounce pass, Schroeder. AI left side. He dishes it to Adams. Buckets back.
Adams, nice
Played
pass.
in with a nice touch off the glass.
The other one got tipped away back to him. He's able to get it right back to Adams.
Oklahoma City. For New York, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play.
Porzingis, no.
Nice D.
And it's not easy to get those stops at the rim, but he does a great job with it.
Buckets, no.
Simple on the interior when it's really not.
Stolen by Buckets. And he'll throw it down.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter. Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to
Stolen again.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams,
Buckets.
Greg,
Oh.
maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Yeah, a big change of possession in a tight ball game. We'll see if they've seized the momentum.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Hezonja on the wing. And he's good on the 3-ball.
And he has the chops for this, raising the intensity when it matters most.
Right, you love the aggressiveness. This guy is willing to take over at the key opportunities.
AI kicks to Grant. All sorts of time.
Grant hits a 3.
Another one for the Thunder.
Oh, it's a 2, I
Guys
guess.
on defense, gasping for air at this point.
Gasping for air and giving limited effort on the defensive end. Right now it's all about the offense. Boy, the shooting has been off the charts.
On the attack, he has that ability, trying to close this one out.
I'll tell you, that's the killer instinct you need to have. You love the attacking mentality near the cup.
And it's Buckets with the
Dang, I've had that fourth quarter.
That's his 4th foul of the contest. Enes Kanter's checked in.
Not a surprise.
And a switcher
Like every
also for
freaking game I have that fourth quarter.
George is checked in for Andre Robertson. Some nice passing by New York here. Out of bounds, Oklahoma City takes possession. And here's another update on the All-Star voting. Just a couple of days left now to cast your ballot. Take a look at Buckets. He's among the top 10 in the voting in the Western Conference. The fans rewarding him for a tremendous season so far. And keep tuning in for updated results. You can visit NBA.com for more. Ritter passes to Buckets. Left side, Adams. AI outside.
Buckets is fouled.
On the shot, it sends him to the line.
When you think about Billy Donovan, to me, he's a guy who values trust and building relationships with players. This guy is not a dictator. He wants to help players grow and develop, and that helps you win.
Well, I mean, a semi-productive trip to the free throw line, but we'll see whether or not it costs him.
Buckets, no.
And no good by Oklahoma City.
Hey, the defense is content to let him prove he can make that shot, and so far, he cannot.
Here's Ntilikina. He's guarded by AI. Tips it up, and Kanter able to finish. And that makes it a tie ball game.
I love that Kanter will pursue rebounds out of his area. This guy's such a powerful player who's willing to exert his will.
Here's the lob to Adams.
How do you not get that?
Good play defensively. And it's off the back rim.
6 turnovers because I'm trying to.
And for Coach Billy Donovan, the process of developing NBA players.
Paul George, yes.
Than it was in college.
No, Oh, no doubt. At the pro level, many guys are making more money than you are. A lot of them have families. They've already grown into themselves. But to me, he still emphasizes the fact that great relationships with your players is important. Well, he's trying to shoot his way out of this slump, but it's not helping his team. That was an awful quarter.
AI outside. Grant.
Grant a foul.
Draws the foul, a chance for another point at the free throw line. It's time for Porzingis.
Well, this is something Grant does very well. Slams it home.
Grant can't make the free throw now.
Hardaway's checked in for the Knicks. And Oklahoma City also making a switch.
Ntilikina now.
Boy, the way he's been going, he is not going to be the guy to turn this around.
AI right side. Kick out to Adams. George dishes to AI. To the paint. Porzingis with the steal.
Well, I'm done passing. I'm so mad at myself. I can't make a good pass.
Goes to Hardaway.
I need to stop getting these 7 turnovers.
Well, you
It's
want
costing me.
selfishness from a guy who's capable of scoring, and Tim Hardaway says, you know what, my teammate's open, I'm going to get him the ball.
Buckets. Can't hit.
And again, no good by Oklahoma City.
But I love the determination, guys. It's simply not there for him right now.
Passes it to Ntilikina.
Buckets having some a rough fourth quarter.
To take the lead. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
He's been heating it up since the break, getting some excellent looks right now.
And George kicks to AI. Grant against Porzingis. AI right side. Pocket 6. Porzingis with the block.
You know, when you drive the lane, you have to know where Porzingis is, because with his reach, he can sneak up and send that shot away anytime.
And now here we go with George. Nobody back. For 3. And
Yes.
knocks it down. Good looking through there from Buckets. Buckets got 39. Stolen by Westbrook. Jumps up, and AI throws it down.
Well, just incredible instincts from Russell Westbrook. How about that pass? On
There we
time,
go.
on target, make it easy.
Knicks trail by 4. Ntilikina passes to Porzingis. Basket good.
2-point game again.
Points this quarter.
Well, one thing we know, Porzingis is fearless. He had no hesitation on what was a huge basket for them.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. And now we've got a moment for our Jordan Player of the Game, Buckets.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
Outside Westbrook.
Westbrook, no.
And there's a minute 45 left
What?
in the fourth quarter of this one. And it's out of bounds.
Timeout, New York.
By Adams. New York calls timeout.
As Westbrook misses a wide open jump shot.
1:43 left in the fourth quarter. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Coach Fizdale was going over with his team. He told them, look, fellas, this is what we're capable of when you come together as one.
Porzingis. I'm sure
Just like
Porcello.
we know we're gonna come out on top.
Porzingis, Ntilikina. Ntilikina the canner. Cantor. Back to Porzingis. Porzingis shoots and gets fouled by Paul George.
That one to go with all the contact. That one on George.
Very tough to affect the shot of Porzingis without leaving your feet. And KP, because of that, has the ability to keep them off balance. Boy, you have to love his poise at the free throw line. He's never rattled, no matter how much pressure he might be under.
AI dishes to George. Back to AI. And Hardaway comes to help. Just 5 on the clock. It's tipped.
Hardaway with a steal.
For the finish.
Westbrook can't get to him, and Hardaway puts New York right back on top.
Big moment.
Westbrook with the ball. Brings it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Buckets passes to Grant.
Foul there. Graham goes to the line.
And the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And the foul goes against New York.
But he misses the first.
He doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second.
Well, I like how Jeremy Grant continues to work on his game. The jumper is coming along, and he remains an exceptional defensive player.
New York's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Here's Porzingis.
Porzingis knocks it down.
Just putting the team on his back when he's needed most.
Don't you just love to see that confidence when taking these big shots?
AI left side. Porzingis comes with the double team. Shot clock at 6. From down.
Buckets are going to have to shoot it. Can't hit.
With the rebound. And an intentional foul right there.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And he hits both free throws.
Buckets have frustrating fourth quarter.
And those free throws will mean a ton now. It makes it a 2-possession game.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. They're trailing by 5. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
It's going to be interesting to see what they draw up to get this quick shot.
Yeah, the clock is definitely not their friend, and they need to score fast.
And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession.
Yeah, a perfect example of why good hands are important in basketball. It just misread that pass completely.
And he commits the intentional foul. First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6.
And the size, quickness, and defense of Ntilikina reminds some of a young Sean Livingston, a unique point guard with a promising future.
Here's buckets. Good! And now they trail by just 4.
Unable to close out defensively, even against...
Bucket to steal! Bucket try again! And hit again! It's a 1-point game! Pat Buckets with a steal! He knocks down 2 in a row!
Great rhythm out there.
You're just assuming at this point every shot he takes is going to go in. What a shooting performance.
New York calls timeout. They're out.
Cool. They got a chance. But they do not give back the buckets, and the game is over.
That was a fun night of basketball.
New York wins. Value in effort by OKC at the end.
Transition defense, you know what I'm saying?
On to the next one. Alright, a frustrating loss to New York. We're about to face them against Portland at home, hopefully for a bounce back. Let's get this win. Man, I should have had the ball at the end.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. With me, Shaquille O'Neal, you know this guy too, Kenny the Jet Smith. And in our matchup tonight, we'll see the Portland Trail Blazers going up against the Oklahoma City Thunder in their house, Chesapeake Energy Arena. Checking out Oklahoma City. The game tonight marks their second of 4 meetings they will play this season, and they come into this one feeling pretty good after winning the last time they met.
Here we go. Looking for a bounce back performance here tonight. I need to be better in the fourth quarter, even though I gave my team a chance to wear those 2 threes. I still got to be better in the fourth quarter.
Our national anthem performer, Linda Lind, and we're getting
there we go.
Oh, it's the NBA here on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by the talented analyst tandem of Greg Anthony and Chris Webber. David Aldridge is
McCollum now.
Thrilled to be back in Oklahoma City. The Thunder ready for that home court advantage. They traveled to Portland last time.
There's Paul George with the assist from Adams.
Away from home, you got to execute, and they did that flawlessly.
Yeah, and they also
Buckets with a steal. And Buckets the other way will lay it in.
The starters for the Portland Trail Blazers. Lillard the 1 with McCollum at the 2. Myers Leonard is out there with Aminu, and it's Turner in at the 3, the small forward. Now, here's Lillard. Well, we're about halfway through the season now, Chris, and you can see the mental grind getting to some of these teams and some of these players.
Yeah, this is why leadership, and especially veteran leadership, is so important. You got to keep guys
Grant knocks it down.
motivated and ready to play. Yeah, the season is long. It will wear you
6-0 start for the Thunder.
Thrown at you every day. It is
We started so well against New York, but could not finish. They blew a lead in the fourth quarter late, and New York won it.
usually you lean on those veterans a lot.
AI left side.
Oh,
Rejection by Leonard.
damn.
They push it up 4-on-3. Westbrook against Lillard. It's McCollum with the drive.
Hey.
Kicks it out to Lillard. Clock at 6. Takes the 3. No good that time. Now Oklahoma City takes it the other way. A tough loss coming against New York in their last game played.
And you know what? They were giving away points, missing at the line. A big factor in the outcome.
I mean, come on. How are you going to win on the road if you can't capitalize what's being handed right to
Nice pass from Buckets.
Good.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Lillard from outside.
Lillard can't hit a 3.
By Paul George. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Grant kicks to AI. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Westbrook dishes to AI. Now the feed to Adams. McCollum outside.
McCollum, nice move, can't hit, gets it back, shoots again, and lays it in.
Nice touch off the glass.
Oh, and McCollum gets his shot off from anywhere, even down in the paint. It doesn't rush me.
AI outside.
Buckets knocks down a 3.
Comes up with the assist. Buckets got his second basket of the night.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
And Lillard kicks to Leonard. Now here's McCollum. He had a 15-point
McCollum
in
now.
the last game against Utah.
His percentage from the field is not very strong this quarter.
Buckets will hit a jump shot.
Oklahoma City.
Love the attitude of Westbrook. Continues to improve at running the offense and finding ways.
Thunder up 9 early.
Opportunities for his teammates.
Now here's Lillard.
Lillard
He's coming off a 13.
can't hit another 3.
Utah Jazz. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Here's Westbrook.
Westbrook will bank it in. Timeout, Portland.
Starting to surge here, and we're only in the first quarter.
And it's happening at both ends, trying to end this thing before it begins.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland. The clear strength of the Blazers is their backcourt of Lillard and McCollum.
Well, the two complement each other so well. Both can create and dish for one another. Both can take over a game with their shooting, and they're the engine that drives this whole offense.
And checking out the stats for Lillard. Unbelievable play for him over the last month. Averaging 23 points per game, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. With him, you get so much, but his ability to lead the way with his scoring, probably his best attribute.
Oh, an offensive juggernaut. I mean, he can just beat you in so many ways.
McCollum knocks it down.
6 points for C.J. McCollum.
Can't afford to give McCollum any breather room. Once he has it, he's ready to shoot.
Now, here's AI. He's guarded by McCollum. Westbrook passes to Buckets. And it's Grant in the corner.
Grant, nice move. He lays it in.
That's good. Grant's got his second bucket of the game to go. Lillard against Westbrook. Here's McCollum. And he's pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And the evolution of McCollum has been fun to watch, and he's not done yet. I mean, an efficient guard who shoots the lights out.
And so McCollum nails both of them. Compared to when you were playing, C-Web, how have the baseline skill requirements for the 4s and the 5s, the power forwards and the centers, changed, do you think, the most?
Paul George hits a 3.
There's a lot more emphasis on mobility, especially at the defensive end. And I don't think you can have a player who is a specialist anymore in the game. I played with some great defenders.
Blocked by Buckets. Ball foul. Call against Westbrook.
There in Indiana, but those positions are no longer valued or needed anymore. You can no longer be a defensive player that can't score on the other end. You have to be a player in the NBA now with a total skill set. That means mobility, shooting, dribble, passing. All of those things have to be encompassed, or there's a way to make sure to highlight you with a mismatch and take you out of the game.
Paul George again.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Turner looking around. Lillard outside.
Lillard for 3. Won't go.
Again, missing.
It's time for him to start looking for other options. They can't.
Westbrook for Buckets.
His touch is gone.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Now here's Turner. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Down low.
McCollum. No, McCollum. Stuffed by Grant.
He'll be beating himself up if they can't come back because he is not carrying his weight.
Buckets to Adams.
And that one is good.
And already with the commanding lead, a terrific offensive performance.
Oh, okay, you've done your job so far, but the question is now, can they sustain
timeout Portland?
Energy? There's still a lot of game to play.
Now a timeout called by Portland. Now we'll go to David Aldridge, who spoke with Terry Stotts. David?
Well, Kevin, he thinks their length should be an edge in this one. He told me our shot blocking can really help us as long as we play smart and avoid fouls. We want them to shoot over our length. That's one thing we do bring to the table. We'll see if that works out, Kevin. Back to you.
Thanks for the report, David. So they're focused, guys. For Oklahoma City, they have gone.
Buckets returns their second for a second straight night. Buckets comes out and Portland's able to come back and tie the game.
From the line.
And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point. And Russell Westbrook, he is a standard bearer for the Jordan brand with his own signature shoe, Greg. Few players have ever been as competitive as Michael Jordan, but you think Westbrook may be in that conversation?
Westbrook steals it.
About it. The similarities don't end there.
Alley-oop to Adams.
The will to dominate and that fight, finding grudges to motivate them to their highest level. I think there's a kinship in how MJ and Russ approach the game.
The forwards.
There's Leonard.
Russell Westbrook out there with buckets. And it's Adams in at the 5. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. Now, here's AI. He's covered closely. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop. Lillard attacking. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Lillard's got his first bucket in this one.
Lillard is phenomenal at penetrating to the bucket. With his speed, athleticism, difficult to slow down.
Here's Buckets.
Buckets will go on.
Pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
He hits the second from the line. 3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter.
Buckets with a steal. Buckets the other way. Get out of his way. She throws it down.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
Yeah, guys. Close game like this, that can really get a team rolling.
Back to Leonard. Shoots over Adams.
Leonard, no.
Leonard, no luck.
Not easy to miss a clean look inside like that, but he manages to do it.
Paul George a 3. Oh.
He doesn't hit that one. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. This game coming after a loss against the Jazz.
Lillard, yes.
The defense was awful, completely uninspired at that end of the floor.
Well, they had a hard time forcing turnovers, and then on the other end, made quite a number of mistakes themselves.
Stolen by McCollum. And oh, here we go. Lillard's got it, the fast break chance over Westbrook. Thunder with the rebound.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Oklahoma City moving it around. And George kicks to AI.
Buckets. Oh.
Here's Adams.
Adams, yes.
Adams with the slam.
And great effort on the boards. And what a move.
Yeah.
That was, I mean, you just will not see him ever quit on a play.
That guy is a handful. You've got to have a body on him at all times.
Yeah, fellas, he's a monster. He's never seen an offensive rebound he didn't think he could get to.
Leonard finds McCollum.
McCollum.
And again,
yes.
It's the Trailblazers from
timeout. OKC.
A lot of three-pointers here today.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder. Chris, your team's battled Kobe Bryant many times. Name some of the players today who you think can compare mentally to the Kobe Bryants and the Michael Jordans, guys you play.
Oh, wow. Well, Kobe says he's seen it in Kyrie Irving and the Greek Freak and a few others. I've seen it in Westbrook and how hard he plays, and KD. And I don't think Steph Curry's just this little nice, helpless guy out there on the court to shoot threes and turn around. He's one of those guys, too, that just wants to put that dagger.
Buckets. Knocks down a 3.
Late in the game. So definitely Westbrook.
It's scary more to shoot over people.
Those guys coming out.
And we've seen that last couple games.
Lillard, the pass to
McCollum trying to answer. He does.
Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got 3 assists now in this one.
You got to know McCollum has an itchy trigger finger. As soon as the ball comes to him, he's ready to pull it.
Here's
Buckets. Answers right back.
City with the triple.
But it's nice to have an option like him every time down the court.
Portland's gone 3 of 5 beyond the arc since the start of the second quarter. And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Grant against Collins. McCollum.
Hey.
Rebound by Steven Adams. Adams has got 4 rebounds in this game.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Here's
Buckets, another 3.
the foul. It's on Steven Adams. That's his first foul. Portland trailing here. Here's McCollum. He's got 14. Again, McCollum missing.
And even with good coverage defensively that time,
Buckets!
confidence to drill the 3. Not too much respect shown to him by the defenders.
Trailblazers trail by 4.
4 of 5 from 3 so far tonight. Lillard answers right jump shot.
That's his 3rd bucket. He's missed 5 so far.
I mean, it took him a long time to get into the flow of the game, but the points are starting to come for him.
Here's
Buckets again.
That 3 off the mark. The Trailblazers have gone 7 of 14 in the second quarter, shooting to the tune of 50%.
Buckets hits a jump shot.
Target from the wing. Buckets got 21 in the game.
Wow, what a sensational quarter from him. And as long as they have this lead, I keep going to him again and again and again and again.
That's a 2 from Lillard.
Lillard not that time.
One hits back iron.
He may have missed it, but that's a clean look at the basket.
Buckets.
Oh, what a pass to Grant.
Mike Grant.
He caught him in stride with the lead pass. Now that was timing.
Trailblazers trail by 6.
Almost stolen back for buckets again.
McCollum with the ball. Scoring-wise, he's definitely making his mark. Right now, he's averaging about 19 points a game. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Here's Oklahoma City now. They're on a 13-5 run. Westbrook dishes to George. AI in the post. He is guarded by McCollum. AI kicks to Adams. Back to AI. The kick out to Westbrook. Shot clock at 2. Shoots over Leonard.
Westbrook off.
Rebounded by Leonard.
Man, right play, wrong result on that one. Generally, you knock those down.
Well, I like the decision making. I mean, that's a shot you want to keep taking.
Lillard against Westbrook. And stolen by AI.
Westbrook the other way, and he'll lay it in.
Gets it to go on the assist by AI. Buckets got assist number 8 here in this one already. Trailblazers trail by 8.
Timeout Portland.
Blazers decide to talk it over. Terry Stotts, the head coach for the Blazers, he has earned the trust of this roster.
Yeah, if you talk to the players on his team, Kevin, they believe in the system that he runs. He's always willing to give players a chance to earn minutes, and is up front with them. Playing under Stotts, you know that if you work hard and improve, he'll take notice and adjust the rotations accordingly.
And Oklahoma City down.
And buckets, and OKC will be up by 2 at halftime.
On the sideline. David, take it away. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
Where's you talk to me?
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. And you know, Buckets has really been making it happen, guys.
Yeah, the kind of leadership he provides, the pinpoint passing, we saw it all there on display in that first half.
Well, as a finisher, you're expected to play in that kind of environment because you know you can get
Westbrook to Adams.
Time now for an injury report.
Unfortunately, it sounds like a very serious injury. Of course, the schedule is getting extremely demanding at this time of the season. And that injury is only going to make things worse. Kevin?
David, thanks for the great update, guys. It doesn't sound good.
No, if that report is accurate, he's going to be spending a lot of time in rehab and on the sideline.
Wow, fellas, really tough news. And it's going to have a big effect on the rest of the guys. Always so hard to have a teammate go down like that.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. On the court right now for the Trailblazers. Lillard and McCollum, the deadly backcourt pairing. Al Farouk Amino is out there with Myers Leonard. And it's Turner.
Buckets! Plays it in.
Now reporter David Aldridge.
With the reverse layup.
Buckets in that last game against the Knicks was outstanding. He ended up with 47 points, and he got
almost stolen that one.
Always does, knocking down shots from beyond the arc. His numbers were off the charts. He was unguardable, and he knew it. He took advantage of it. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks, David. It was a performance that not many players are capable of.
I know I won't forget it for a while, and you have to think he'll keep it rolling here tonight. When you're that high, it takes a while to cool down.
Yeah,
Granite foul.
Biggest challenge for him.
Another assist from Buckets.
To be ready for him. They saw what he did in the last game, just like the rest of them.
The Thunder have hit most of their free throws tonight, 5 of 6. Chris, you had a lengthy NBA career. From what you observed, talk about the differences in how various coaches hold practices and try to teach.
You just want to keep guys motivated. You want guys to
Lillard, no. Rebound to Adams.
Whatever you can do to get their ear, gain their trust, and then get them to go out there and execute. So
Buckets is fouled.
You may have a smaller practice, but with more intensity. Meaning maybe you only practice an hour of live work, going back and forth and scrimmaging. Whereas if you're a young team, you might be able to expect 2 hours of scrimmaging every day. do the players understand the culture? Do they understand the tenets of the offense and the defense? And usually coaches coach by that need and necessity of the team as opposed to just having one structure. And so in Washington, we had 3-a-days during training camp, as opposed to in Sacramento later in my career, it would be one practice because we're all old. We need to make sure that we get the most intensity out of this practice and then save our legs for the game.
Adams finds Grant. Oklahoma City moving it.
Buckets to the basket.
26 points for Buckets.
And it's been about that execution offensively. I mean, they have been superb.
Yeah, and it's been a team game, a number of contributions. Guys staying focused. That's why the lead continues to grow.
And it's
McCollum knocks it down.
22 points for C.J. McCollum.
McCollum, he's excellent at handling the rock. He feels like he can get to anywhere he wants on the court.
Buckets passes to Westbrook. This one
Westbrook, yes.
Right
Timeout, Portland.
Thunder lead by 11.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
And he's been trying to do it all himself, and it's not working. Instead of forcing shots, you got to focus on moving the ball and keeping everybody involved.
And now let's check out the teams with the best free throw percentage. The Trailblazers in second.
You know, it's really a team-wide talent. You want to foul to stop layups, but against them, you're not saving much. They'll make you pay time and again.
And Lillard kicks to McCollum.
McCollum,
Gets
yes.
to go from beyond the arc. McCollum's got 25 points in the game.
He logs his first 3 of the second half after nailing 2 in the first. They don't want to let this fella get going.
AI dishes.
Adams banks it in.
And it remains perfect. 6 attempts and 6 hits.
Well, this is what he likes to do. Try to break your spirit.
Yeah, I mean, you're already getting dogged out there.
Lillard, no.
Body blow.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Westbrook, oh. Adams, yeah.
The nice layup by Adams. And now it's a 12-point Oklahoma City lead. And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. Next up, they'll face the Suns. That'll be in Phoenix. That'll be the 3rd game of this 3-game road trip. And the Thunder with possession. They're on a 17-7 run.
Westbrook. Oh.
It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Aminu's got 7 rebounds in the game. Shot from the wing. Misses off the left iron. Oklahoma City leading by 12. Here's Buckets.
Buckets hits.
Nice assist from Westbrook. Westbrook's got
Perfect pass from Westbrook.
And it's about the tempo, guys. It favors them. And just look at that score.
Well, that's where they have the advantage tonight. They're just a better team in transition.
Turner against George. And it's Aminu in the corner. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Adams has got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active.
Westbrook, yes.
Trying to free himself up. Pulled the shot a little up, but the bounce goes his way.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
16-point lead now for OKC. Lillard, yes.
Finally able to knock one down. Lillard's got 9.
Yeah, Kevin, such a smart play. Lillard willing to take the jumper from the mid-range.
AI with it. Al-Farouq Aminu covering. Adams finds Westbrook. Here's AI. And Al-Farouq.
Foul called on Al-Farouq Aminu. And Buckets will head to the bench.
Well, make no mistake,
She returns here in the 4th.
This team's leader. I mean, he stepped right into the role after Aldridge left town. Even while Aldridge was in town, he was the leader. I mean, he has done a fantastic job leading the way on the floor and in the locker room.
That's good from Schroeder. And with the attitude of me against the world approach that Lillard has, you can see it with the rest of the team.
I mean, teams follow the attitude of their leader. This Portland team always plays with an underdog perspective because of Lillard. Lillard has brought the team together closer by organizing barbecues.
Where are Buckets?
Group activities. I mean, he's the man.
Inside pairing is Grant and Adams.
Schroeder, yes.
There with Dennis Schroeder. And it's Robertson in at the 3. Watch the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Curry passes to Aminu. McCollum outside. Elbow shot. Curry trying to break free. It's good, and the Thunder lead is cut down to 14, getting a little bit closer on the bucket from McCollum. AI outside. Here's Adams.
Schroeder to Adams.
Assist by Schroeder. 18 points for Steven Adams.
Still attacking, building on this lead coming down the stretch.
Well, what I like about it most is he's doing it efficiently.
Schroeder against Curry. Here's McCollum. He can't get it to go. Some solid D here from buckets. Schroeder outside. Here's the floater. And Adams kicks to Robertson.
Bucket is kind of fast.
He is guarded by McCollum. Good D by McCollum. Korver gets a wide open look. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
If you do not respect that Kyle Korver has been making a living as a sniper from deep, then you haven't been doing your studying. You don't know the scouting report.
Oklahoma City moving the ball around. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. McCollum with the ball. Now, here's AI. He's guarded by McCollum. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance. And stolen by AI. Over to the left wing. Grant the pass to Buckets.
Buckets. Oh.
Tries again.
Adams, yeah.
Adams getting it to go.
That was on me.
12 points
I didn't shoot enough. I was hoping it would just go in anyways.
Really has stood out here this half. All those second chance points are helping them maintain that lead.
McCullough is a sniper from the mid-range area on the floor. Always got to know where he is on the court.
Now, here's AI.
Buckets through to the basket.
And that one, good. 30 points for Buckets.
And that's a perfect setup. Solid screen, defender can't avoid it. Opens up a clear path to the bucket.
Curry against Schroeder. Right side Curry. McCollum outside.
McCollum, no.
And a miss there on the triple. Oklahoma City leading by 15. AI kicks to Robertson. Schroeder looking over the floor. AI left side. 6 on the shot clock. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. Adams' shot is off. Trailblazers trail by 15. 14 feet away.
Turner, no.
The shot by Turner, no good. The Thunder have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter.
Buckets, hits a three.
By AI.
His three-point game has been incredible tonight. If he comes even close to repeating his first half performance, it's going to be a crazy game.
Curry kicks to McCollum. And there's the pass to Aminu. Adams, some nice D.
Well defended, though, and he's not someone who handles
Schroeder.
the pressure very well.
Out to AI. And it's Schroeder in the corner. AI outside. Back to Schroeder. Here's Robertson. They get the rebound. AI right side. Schroeder outside. Over Curry.
Yes.
Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. Schroeder's got 13 points in the second half. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
To halt the run. Almost, but it rolls out. The Thunder leading by 20. Buckets.
Buckets to Grant.
And the layup falls.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Curry against Schroeder. Curry kicks to Aminu.
Aminu, 3, got
And
it.
a great assist by Curry.
There's a
That
2.
one goes in. Curry's got 3 assists now in this one. AI outside. Schroeder outside. Back to AI.
Buckets to the basket.
Layup off the glass. Buckets got 7 points for the quarter.
And he's been so dependable in this game, taking nothing but good shots.
To the inside. And Adams sends it back.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Here's Grant.
Grant,
Trying to
yes.
pull himself up. Grant, that's good.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The
Timeout, Portland.
start buckling down.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. C-Web, when you look at how basketball is taught at early levels for these kids, middle school and then high school, anything there that you would change?
Yes, I would change to developing all players and taking away positions.
Interesting.
When you are young and you're in, let's say, 3rd grade and you're the tallest player on the team and I make you a center and I pull you to one end and I only show you how to make layups. I don't show you how to shoot threes or to dribble. I'm assuming that your body is always going to stay the same. And I believe that coaches should teach great skill set, shooting, passing, dribbling. And when you do that, a player can then become the full player they're intended to be instead of teaching incrementally where a player may get stuck and identified as this type of player his whole time. I think that really what you need to do is teach full skill sets and allow players to develop. Just think if someone would have said, Kevin Durant, you can only shoot layups. We wouldn't be able to see the true unicorn that he is.
Wonderful thought. Here's Buckets.
Step back.
Here's Adams. Out to AI. Outside, George. Back to AI. To the wing right side. Grant. On the 3 off target.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him.
Lillard for 3.
Cans it from downtown.
Yeah, Kevin, great court awareness from the crafty guard McCollum. I mean, a good teammate who likes hitting his open guy.
Buckets to Adams.
And how about the excellent court vision, just keeping the defense off balance?
Well, if you're his teammate, you love this right now because all you have to do is focus on finishing.
Stolen by Buckets.
Steal. And that's his 6th steal of the night.
Imposing his will at the defensive end.
Buckets.
Adams again.
And another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Trailblazers.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Oklahoma City.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not
Westbrook.
many will soon forget. And
Adams. Yes.
One that I think most will try to forget.
And when it's all said and done here, this will mark their 38th W on the year.
And continued dominance against this team, winning both of their matchups this season.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Buckets.
Well, anytime the offense ran through him, good things happened. His passing was awesome. He created a bunch of good looks for everyone else out there. Nice bucket. There's no question about his skills at the offensive end.
Passes it to Grant. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Adams dishes to AI. 6 to shoot. Pass to Westbrook. Feeds it to Grant.
Oh, what a move by Grant.
And leaving nothing to chance here on this game-clinching run.
Yeah, that offense shifted into high gear. I love the attack mindset.
McCollum finds Leonard.
Leonard, 3, got it.
And the Trailblazers, another 3.
Yeah, it's such a sweet three-point stroke there, and it can really open things up inside because as good as he shoots it, it forces the opposing bigs to have to step out on the perimeter.
OKC win zone. The best performance of Paparazzi's career here in NBA 2K19. Only 2 turnovers tonight, which he should not have done, but it's whatever. Don't even remember them, kind of. But great performance by OKC. He's gonna bounce back away after a frustrating loss in New York.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is...
Great game, guys. AI Press is going to want to hear from you. Conference room, 5 minutes.
Got you. Be there in a minute.
We're on to the next one after the conference against New Orleans. It's going to be a big game.
Everything is all set. They're ready for you.
Okay. Thanks.
Yeah, good luck.
AI, there's been a lot of talk about you making the All-Star game this year. What would it mean to you to be chosen for the team?
Man, yo, it's hard to believe that I'm even in the discussion, you know?
Oh.
Like, it feels like last month I was, riding from city to city in the bus in the G League. So if by some chance that I come to it, that would be a huge honor. And
Right back, guys.
I don't even have to play in the game. I could just sit on the bench and get players, and that would be a dream come true. So it's crazy.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Great work up there, AI.
On to the next one. And the last one of the night.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight we'll see the Oklahoma City Thunder playing against the New Orleans Pelicans. And for New Orleans, the goal tonight is clear: figuring out a way to solidify some momentum. Coming into this game, they've struggled, just 2-8 over their last 10. And for head coach Billy Donovan, it's been a roller coaster ride in OKC. From losing Durant.
Here we go.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Here we go.
Indeed. Good to see you, man.
See you again.
How you been?
Man, I've been good. You've been playing great this season. Man.
Oh, appreciate that, man. Yeah,
Doing your thing.
being out on the road is crazy.
Yeah, man.
Hey, I got an off day tomorrow. You got anything fun to do around here in the city?
Yeah, hit me up. Maybe we can go go-kart racing.
Go-kart racing?
Go-kart.
Hey, that sounds pretty fun, man. Can you even fit in a go-kart?
I can spin in them.
They don't just call it a car at that point?
It'll be snug, but we'll be fine.
That sounds good. All right, man. Have a good game.
You too.
See you soon.
There we go. Let's get this game going.
The Pelicans are looking to defeat their Western Conference rival going into this game. Thanks for tuning in, everyone, to this broadcast of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Along with Steve Smith and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And our friend on the sideline, Hall of Famer David Aldridge, who we'll be hearing from shortly. The Thunder enjoying this break from the road. They've been playing
Paul George. Oh.
4 wins for them in their last 5 games.
And offensively as well as defensively, guys, they've been the better team in their first 2 meetings. I'm sure they know that a sweep of the season series is a real possibility.
I'm sure it's in the back of their minds here. They have owned this team so far, and they want to show that again.
All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go.
Buckets.
For New Orleans right now, Holiday and Moore, the guards. Miller is out there with Davis, and it's Randall in at the 5. Smitty, when you were playing, did you ever hope for the team to make a trade to address something, you know, whatever it could be, on the floor or off the floor?
You know, I think, Kevin, the good thing is I wasn't afraid to talk to management and also talking to coaching staffs on what we needed. Not per se who needed to be traded, but I think just the areas where we were missing. And a lot of times when you have that relationship and you're captain of the team, which I was most of my organizations, where you had to voice what you think the team needed. A lot of times they didn't listen.
Paul George will go on.
They voice my opinion.
It's like a family, isn't it, Steve? And sometimes there's a fit, and sometimes there isn't a fit.
Yeah, and you know, it's tough when you get a chance to see some of those guys that are traded that really didn't want to be traded. That's the part of the business that you don't like. It's a luxury to have a big man who can shoot free throws this way.
Holiday.
And Holiday kicks to
out to Miller. Miller to Randall. Back to Holiday.
Goes up on the high post.
Holiday knocks it down.
Side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Holiday's got his first 2 points of the night. AI outside. 3-pointer. Good.
Buckets from way downtown.
And guys, this is what you like to see early on, gaining a little confidence from range.
Makeable shot for him. Number gets called, and he goes ahead and delivers.
Now, here is Miller. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game.
Ah.
And it's buckets with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Here is Davis. He had 25 points in the win against Detroit.
He was a shot-blocking nightmare out there. 4 blocks on the game and some alter shots as well.
Clock at 4. Here's Moore. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
You know, E'Twaun Moore just finds ways to score. Spotting up, coming off screens, in isolation, and right there in the pick and roll.
Now, here's AI.
To Adams. Set a foul.
Unstoppable.
And where's the help? Obviously, a missed rotation. Something they're going to want to patch up.
Only the first quarter. Guys are getting in a groove, but communication on the defense has to be better.
Oklahoma City shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game. The Pelicans have gone 2 of 3 here to start off the game. And Holiday kicks to Davis. Shoots over Grant.
Davis banks it in.
For New Orleans.
You always will have this fear when defending AD. He can just rise up and knock it down.
Earlier, David Aldridge had a chance to speak with head coach Alvin Gentry. D.A., what'd you find out?
Right, Kevin. When he talked about this game,
buckets the baskets.
The team is just too fast to make this an up-and-down battle. He said if this is a half-court game, we win, and if it's a fast break game, they win. Kevin?
All right, thank you, David. Here's Holiday after the made shot from buckets.
Holiday can't answer.
Oh,
On the shot a bit long that time. To the inside.
Buckets to Adams.
And Adams with the slam.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff. Holiday looking over the floor. Inside. Here's Davis. Shoots over Grant. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And we've all heard the rumors that have been floating around the last few seasons. A lot of speculation.
Davis misses both free throws. Oh, but it's back to the Pelicans.
Davis moving would be one of the rare situations where it literally could shake up the entire league. You hear a lot of different teams express their interest in him.
But credit to Davis. He really has remained committed to New Orleans.
Randall
and said
knocks it down.
everything you want to hear from a fan's perspective.
And so many defenses nowadays really not designed to take away that mid-range jumper.
If you go by pure analytics, there
Buckets!
is an argument to be made for that. This time, doesn't work out.
And it was the screen there, guys, that freed him up as he ran his man into it.
And then it was all acceleration, GA, to the bucket right after that.
That was just a textbook pick that allowed him room, and he took advantage of it.
Randall and Adams sends it back, and they're able to recover. The shot's good. And so here is Oklahoma City. AI outside to the paint.
Adams, yes.
Shot is good. Adams has got 7 points.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Holiday up top. He's covered by Westbrook from 12 feet out.
Holiday
gets the bucket. Holiday's got his second basket of the night.
Well, you see right there, Holiday can break you down and get up into his shot in rhythm.
Grant finds Westbrook. AI right side. Back to Westbrook. Pass to Buckets. Fires
Buckets! Aw.
Oklahoma City keeping it alive with the new 24-second shot clock. Here's Grant.
Grant for three.
Grant's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving
Buckets with a steal. And Buckets through and throws it down.
Great sequence for them defensively and offensively.
Terrific defensive instincts to come away with that one, and he showed no hesitation in how he completed that transition.
That's not my turnover.
And there's the foul. It's on Steven Adams. That's foul number 2 for him.
And now only one
They need to start calling that a foul. I mean, a turnover on me.
In for Oklahoma City.
I never had full possession. Like, Holiday. No.
The Thunder leading by 7.
Adams through and in.
Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
Yeah, heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight.
Timeout, New Orleans.
First timeout of the game called for New Orleans. Their last encounter was in New Orleans.
Yeah, they were just wrecked last time they faced this team, and a lot of it was their own undoing.
It was a sizable loss, and it was mostly due to their awful passing and ball control. They just need to use better judgment in this game.
The Thunder with some changes. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Puts it up from 17.
Buckets short.
And it's Anthony Davis with the rebound.
And that's the look this offense is designed to produce.
Always frustrating when you do everything right, yet just can't complete the play.
So for New Orleans right now, down low, it's Randall and Davis. Holiday and Moore, the guards. And it's Miller in at the 3 spot.
Holiday.
The shoot.
No.
And again, no good by New Orleans. And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for Oklahoma City.
Grant from Buckets.
Only giving up 2 points this quarter.
Man, he runs the floor with a purpose that time. Excellent play.
You know what? And a late reaction by the transition D takes it himself uncontested.
Time now for an injury report. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge for an update on Okafor. David.
Here we go, Stan.
After taking a look, he informed me that it doesn't look too bad. Of course, the schedule is getting extremely demanding at this time of the season, and that injury is only going to make things worse. Evan?
Thanks for checking in. DA injuries are always tough to deal with, but they're just a fact of life in the NBA.
George. Yes.
As he goes through the recovery process, they want him back as soon as possible.
And we know how much better they'll be as a team when he's out of those street clothes and back in uniform.
Here's Holiday. Paul George making his last shot. And Holiday kicks to Randall.
Miller.
Against Grant.
Tanty
The
Davis.
Oklahoma City lead is cut to just 5 on the basket from Davis.
Good job of getting a high percentage look. Davis knows how to put himself in position to attack.
Here's George.
George,
And
yes.
Oklahoma City.
Whether it's scoring, passing, or just acting as a decoy, his value to this team cannot be understated.
And Holiday kicks to Miller. And George gets
George called for a foul.
That is his first foul of the game. Here is Davis. Some stats for him. He averages over
Davis to Moore. Moore through, finds Davis, can't hit.
Second shot opportunity.
Davis, nope.
You can see it. He's way out of sync. It's been this way all quarter for him.
George against Miller. AI outside, right wing. Westbrook passes to Buckets. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot.
Buckets get to the goal.
And now it's a 9-point Thunder lead.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
For New Orleans, they've gone only 2 of 7 from the field since the second quarter got underway. Moore inside, working on AI. Basket good. Randall's got his second basket of the night.
Sometimes you get tunnel vision being that close inside, but he saw the entire court and threw it out to an open teammate.
Here's Miller. Not going to go that time. And Oklahoma City will go with it the other way. Fresh from a win against Portland.
Buckets to Grant.
Was porous. Got any shot they wanted, really, for most of the evening.
I'll give them credit. Even though they were facing very little resistance, they refused to play down to the level of their competition.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Alden.
Thanks, Kevin. Buckets in that last game against the
Davis, no.
was tremendous. He scored 35 points and got there the usual way. An impressive barrage of three-pointers. The stat line was filled, and the whole league...
Westbrook.
We'll see what he does for an encore tonight, Kevin.
Thanks, David, for another reminder of just what an unbelievable performance that was.
One that everyone's...
Timeout, New Orleans.
He dominated that game in just about every way possible.
I'm so excited. I can't wait to see what he's got in store for us tonight. Maybe he tops himself again. I think he just might do it.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. Steve, you know there are so many ways you can impact the game at crunch time, but there are certain guys, as you also know, that thrive on taking that last shot.
Yeah, Damian Lillard is one of those guys. They call it Dame time. James Harden, Kyrie. You look at Steph Curry. These guys
they knocked it down.
Hands. They want to take the last shot. Kevin Durant, the greats, Russell Westbrook. They want it in their
Adams fouled.
to decide the outcome of the game, and they want it all on their shoulders.
Adams, the pass to Buckets. Knocked loose. He had stolen by Randall.
And before he had time to bring the ball back in off the pump fake, out, and they're off.
And Holiday kicks to Moore. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Passes it to George.
George to the basket.
George has got the lead up to 11 now for the Thunder.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
To the middle. Here's Davis. Shoots over Grant.
Davis, oh, nice move by Davis.
6 points for Anthony Davis.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
AI dishes to Grant. And there's the
Grant and a foul.
The basket here following the goaltending call.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
And Holiday kicks to Davis.
Buckets with 9 assists here in the first half for 11 points. Look at double early.
He has 6. Davis down low. Adams defending.
Davis now.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Buckets. Yes.
And the Thunder.
That's a 3.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now here is Holiday. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Detroit.
And what opened things up for him was his passing. He was making so many plays that the D had to play off it.
Westbrook against Moore.
More now.
Answer back, but that three is off the mark. Grant surveying the D. Outside for George. Westbrook passes to Buckets. Outside, George. Back to AI. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Takes the three. And there's the foul. It's on Steven Adams.
George should take it right away. He like pump faked for no reason. Ends the first half with OKC up.
Huge gap.
Big.
Now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave. All right, thank you, David. Folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. And you know, Buckets has really been making it happen, guys.
And we saw his work over the first 2 quarters, really pushing the action and consistently finding the open man.
You know, it's so
Anthony Davis knocks it down.
And making his teammates better.
Inside pairing is Grant and Adams. Buckets is out there with Russell Westbrook, and it's George in at the small forward.
Grant, nice move. He lays it in.
The shot's good.
And that's how you want to come out of the locker room. He is fired up.
Yes, in the first minute or so, you knock down a couple shots. You are in rhythm.
Now here is Holiday. Kicks it to Davis.
Davis trying to answer, but cannot.
Goes to the Thunder.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus
Buckets, hits. A three.
Feeling it. No doubt about it. He.
Davis surveying the floor. It's stolen by Adams. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. Outside, George. Back to AI. And the pass to George. AI in the post.
Adams, Westbrook, three.
Westbrook, no good. The Pelicans shooting well. They're at 45%. And Alvin Gentry's been coaching in the NBA for almost 3 decades now. Steve, he knows how to get things done.
And a lot of what Gentry does is gives his players freedom. As long as they take care of business, he won't meddle too much. Does a great job of managing personalities and keeping egos in check.
Now, here's AI. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 23 points.
Westbrook spins, shoots, and misses.
Quite enough under that one.
And that's a surprise. He's usually deadly from mid-range.
Miller finds Holiday. To the inside. Stolen by Grant.
Davis throws it down.
Slammed in by Davis.
It's a thing of beauty watching an athlete that graceful, but that powerful.
And so Oklahoma City again turning it over.
I mean, clearly not on the same page right there. You hate to give away possessions.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Westbrook against Holiday. He kicks to Randall. On the wing, Miller. Defended by George. Just 5 on the clock. Holiday against Westbrook. And Drew
Holiday knocks out 3.
Holiday's got 9 points.
The problem for your perimeter defense, if you close hard on Holiday, he can put the ball on the floor and beat you that way.
Now, here's AI. He's got 17. George dishes to AI. Fires for 3.
Buckets another 3. Nope.
It's rebounded by New Orleans. Davis has got 7 rebounds in the game. Moore outside.
Morrow shoot. And Morrow hit.
For New Orleans.
Unselfish play by Davis. He understands that his scoring can only take this team so far. He needs help from the guys around him.
Buckets. Answers right back.
Good AI.
You like the aggressiveness, pushing all the right buttons. He has this team rolling.
Pelicans trail by 18. Now a
timeout, New Orleans.
New Orleans. Smitty, you had an unbelievable career. Was there any chance or opportunity that you did not take that you wish you had?
You know, Kevin, it's three of them. One, I had a chance to be traded to the New York Knicks. I always wondered what it would be like to play in New York. They call that the Mecca. I didn't take that chance. I think second was to get a chance to play overseas at the end of my career. I think those are
Randall spins and banks it in.
Go back, I would make a different choice.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
The kick out to Westbrook.
Westbrook a three. Got it.
Oklahoma City with the triple.
Whether he's attacking the basket or squaring up from long range,
Randall
is always dangerous.
This is a guy who knows how to orchestrate an offense. Terrific lead pass.
Oklahoma City moving it around. George passes to Buckets. To the inside.
Oh, another great pass to Adams.
Adams has got 11 points.
Up by a bunch. He's still pushing the action, trying to impose his will.
With this big of a
Buckets with a steal.
You think the losing team would be playing hard.
Buckets to Westbrook.
And finished off by Westbrook.
And you know Westbrook has an outstanding vertical. Once he gets to the launching pad, rim, beware.
And a great second look there. Another Unleash Chaos replay. Brought to you by the Under Armour.
Davis, yes.
And Davis puts it in.
And just carrying over from his last game. Completely dialed in. You can sense his confidence.
I totally agree. Heat check after heat check. He realizes, man, I'm still hot.
Now, here's AI. He's got 20. Feeds to Adams. Pass to Westbrook.
Westbrook. Why not again? Russell Westbrook's on fire here in the third quarter.
Last three baskets.
Moore outside. Out to Miller. Back to Moore. Tries from 10. It's hauled in by Adams. Oklahoma City leading by 20. Outside Westbrook. AI dishes to Westbrook. Down low. Back to AI. The three.
Buckets. Bang.
Another three.
Having a monster night from beyond the arc. He had 2 bombs in the first half. Now 3.
Now I'm taking over the whole team. Don't know how that's not back. That's a backcourt. There we go. Thank God. I thought they were not going to give it to me.
Check out the power rankings. See how the teams are stacking up across the league. Taking a look at Toronto. They've achieved some upward momentum, climbing to the 5th spot on the board.
And right now,
Paul George.
They're putting to rest any big concerns people may have had with this team. Proven they are truly an upper echelon club.
Blocked.
Sends it back. And that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession. And a new group in here for the Thunder. Nerlens Noel checks in for Adams. Patterson comes in for Grant. Robertson, he's checked in for George. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for...
Oh, wow.
And then for New Orleans, Evan Fournier comes in for Miller. And it's Payton in for Moore.
When you've gained a decade or more of experience, this is what tends to happen. Holiday stand very patient,
Oh, my God.
waiting for someone to break free.
That was a bad pass for me.
And it's blocked right out of the air and controls it. Robertson kicks to AI. Back to Robertson. Patterson finds Robertson. AI left side. Launches it to the left side wing. Schroeder right side on the arc. He's off on that one. Great D that time from Payton.
Dennis Schroeder is a player who's at his best going to the rim. Very athletic, can twist and contort his way to the paint. Good length with his frame to get shots up quickly. He's done his job tonight scoring the basketball, but they've still been outplayed overall.
Here's Noel. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. Pelicans trailed by 19. No one near Randall as he lets it go. The quick look, no good that time. Steve with Schroeder, he is fearless when attacking the rim or attacking any defender.
And sometimes players who are that aggressive don't take care of the ball. That used to be the case with him, but he's worked on it. He's made a point to improve his turnover rate.
Now, here's AI.
Buckets to Noel, can't finish.
1:52 left in the third. Here's Payton, got a piece of it. Noel passes to Schroeder. AI.
Buckets through and you lay it down to Noel.
Basket on the assist by AI. Noel's got his first points of the game. And stolen by AI.
Buckets, yes.
13-footer.
And when you can outscore your opponent in transition, that's always going to work to your advantage.
The reason why a number of guys on this roster, they are built for speed. Why not play to your strengths?
Holiday goes in. Randall kicks to Fournier.
Fournier.
And when you look at Evan Fournier, he's just a reliable source for points whenever he's on the floor.
Yeah, and Fournier is a bit of a...
Buckets with 5 minutes to go. 6 minutes to go, sorry. Comes back in.
So for New Orleans right now, Holiday and Moore, the guards. Davis is out there with Simmons. And it's Okafor in at the center, locking down the middle. Here's Davis.
Davis, no.
And the Pelicans miss again.
It's a +5 advantage for the
Buckets, yes.
After that one. Just increasing their advantage. And right now, they're in a zone on both ends.
Yeah, this lead has snowballed. Credit their killer instinct for piling on.
And Holiday kicks to Davis.
Davis had a foul.
Down the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
See, in this half, I feel like he's a much different shooter. Calm, focused, and letting things come to him.
New Orleans making a switch here. Randall's checked in.
The former #1 overall pick, Anthony Davis, does a great job of representing this franchise. Makes big plays on both ends of the floor.
Pelicans trail by 15. Moore finds Holiday. Back to Moore.
Oh, wow.
It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Holiday's got 5 assists in the game.
Showing he's not just a perimeter jump shooter. Each one will push for a better shot if he sees an opening.
AI dishes to Adams.
Adams off.
On the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. We know analytics is in the NBA to stay. In fact, it's expanding every season. Do players pay as much attention, do you think, to the advanced statistics as the coaches in the front office and the talent evaluators do?
You know, I think players more and more, Kevin, now are looking at these numbers and trying to see where they can get better at in different areas. They use those numbers when there's an advantage for them during contract time. They definitely
Davis.
Right to those
no.
and say the reason why they should be paid more. So, but I still think the coaching staff in the front office has a heavily balanced on using
Paul George, yes!
To their advantage.
Yeah.
Buckets with a steal. And buckets. Oh, he misses a dunk.
Goes to the Pelicans. Randall's got 5 rebounds tonight. Moore outside. Off the left rim and out.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been...
Buckets! Bang!
Another triple. And that's been the...
30 tonight for Buckets. Who missed his dunk but gets a 3 out.
Offense to generate
that.
Right now,
Davis.
it's working.
Yep.
Wasted no time on that one. Davis has got 5 points now this quarter.
Still doing his part, but it hasn't been enough. They need some kind of spark.
To the right side. AI with it. Moore's there. Here's Adams.
Adams, yes.
Possession, another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Outside Holiday. Pass to Davis. Back to Holiday. Stolen by Westbrook. Buckets passes to Adams. He dishes it to AI. Oklahoma City moving it around.
Adams shoots. Just cannot hit.
Shot is off. Pelicans trail by 20. And here's Moore outside. It's good. With that basket, he's now 5 for 9.
Each Moore understands the game, knows how to execute his role, knows where to pick his spots.
And George kicks to Westbrook. AI dishes to George. Back to AI. Just 4 to shoot. And it's Grant in the corner. For 3.
Westbrook, yes!
Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
And each bucket at this point feels like a backbreaker.
16 assists for buckets. Timeout, New Orleans.
And still putting it on him.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. Well, we're always talking now about the modern super teams, whether they're a good thing or they're bad for the game. But the counter is that we've always had super teams at one time or another. Would you agree?
Yeah, I think we've always had super teams, Kevin. You look back at the Lakers with Magic and Kareem and Worthy. Those are kind of like a big three. And you look at the Celtics back in the day with McHale, Bird, Parrish, those guys. I think right now what you're looking at is we haven't seen where MVPs go join other MVPs. That's where it's been the change right now. Now you're seeing the super teams. That's why I think
buckets. Nice move.
Full speed ahead. I mean, they have been in control since the opening tip, and that may have sealed the deal.
Yes, and you're watching. Even this late in the game, they're still making plays. You got to love watching it.
Moore finds Davis, shoots over Grant, and Davis with the basket on the assist from Moore. Moore's got 3 assists in the game. Inside, Adams, the pass to Westbrook. Here's AI. In the corner, George with it.
George.
We've got 1:18 left in the fourth quarter of this one. AI outside to the middle. Here's
Adams.
Off target. How many times have you seen him do that? Losing focus on a simple lay-in.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for Oklahoma City.
Their hard work on the glass paid off.
I tell you what, they're both excellent rebounding teams, and it was a tough battle underneath all game, and I think ultimately that earned the W.
And this will push their record.
Westbrook, yes.
And once they polish off this win, they'll be one more victory away from sweeping the season series.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and look at
Davis.
This confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for buckets.
You know, coming into tonight, hard to say if his intention was to take over the way he did, but as the game evolved, it became clear.
And that'll end it. The OKC Thunder beat the New Orleans Pelicans behind another great performance from Pat Buckets.
And it makes a big difference. And once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, David Aldridge, Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks.
There's the guy I'm looking for. AI.
Yo, what's up, man?
I got you lined up for an interview, if that's okay.
Oh, yeah, let's do it.
Perfect. Good luck.
There we go.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Shaquille O'Neal to my right, Kenny the Jet Smith on my left, right here in the middle, I'm Ernie Johnson. And a chance now to head down to the locker room for our post-game interview.
This is Shaq. Another double-double for you tonight. Made it look easy, buddy. How are you able to control things on the offensive end with this level of consistency?
Well, a lot of what makes me look good is the system that we play in. You know, I don't really have to overthink possessions. I know my guys are going to be screen and cutting, and as long as we make the same reads, all I got to do is deliver the pass on time, and they take care of the rest. It's a really easy team to play on.
You keep playing like that, buddy, you're going to win many championships. Good luck to you, son.
That's the plan.
Thanks, Shaq.
And thank you for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan.
Great game by Pat Buckets, back-to-back great games.
Thanks, man. See ya.
Before I end, let's just see what. Note to self: don't ever challenge AI to can shoot. Makes a mockery of the tonight. Colum and Brazier had no thing. Did not want to talk to me after the me telling me I know what you're gonna say and I don't want it. Just had a good game, that's all. Only got a second to talk to AI tonight, and he said to me, "Learn to laugh from tonight's game. I'll be better next time. Show us all what you to win with that shooting." Unfortunately, it looks 17. Pay attention. Raylan with a total stink bomb. Are you kidding me? Turnovers, no. Well, guys, we go two out of 3 here tonight. We played really well in all the games. But we have some big games coming up. Like I said, we got Milwaukee, Orlando, Miami. We have Boston and Orlando coming up. We only played 3 in a row, but you know, Boston's gonna be a huge matchup for us. But like I said, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this this video here tonight. Please go like and subscribe and turn on post notifications for more. I'm out for you guys. I'm out for tonight, guys, though. And remember, just keep moving forward. I'm out, guys. Good night. Peace.